Hi, I'm Chuck Chvala, former Senate Majority Leader.
And I'm Scott Jensen, former Assembly Speaker.
And we're the Insiders. And Scott, guns. The Republicans said no way. Governor Evers called them a special session. It's not happening. Where do you see this going? What's the political implication of this on both sides for the Republicans and the Democrats?
Well, I'm sure Governor Evers thinks this is of value to him politically and some points he can score against Republicans. That may be true perhaps on a statewide basis, but it's not true in the legislative districts that matter in 2020, where the outcome will be decided for the legislative elections. Almost all of those key swing seats are going to be in rural areas in northern and western Wisconsin, maybe a Senate seat in the Green Bay area, which would be the land of the Catholic deer hunter. None of those places are places where people are calling for gun control. The one spot where the governor may score some points are with suburban women in the Metro Milwaukee area, but there's maybe one or two seats at play there. So overwhelmingly, I think this might have some benefit for the governor, but it's not going to affect the legislature or the outcome of the elections in 2020 in the legislature at all.
I'm having a hard time getting the image out of my head of a Catholic deer hunter pouring holy water on the deer after the kill, but let's move on from there. I think Scott is correct. I don't think that there's a huge implication politically from this, one way or the other, to be honest, because already those people who vote guns are really only one set of people. It is the people who are pro-gun. That's why the NRA has had such a long and strong run. The rest of the voters, the 80% of Wisconsinites who really would like to see something done, don't vote the issue. So word to those people who really care about this issue, as long as you're not getting voters with you, politicians won't pay attention. That's why the Republicans have adopted this issue so vigorously and so strongly and been in the NRA's corner on this. So I would agree with Scott, not a lot of impact. Because those votes are already baked in one way or the other for Republicans or Democrats. I think Scott did touch on the one area where there is some implication, and that is suburban women tend to be moving away from Donald Trump. And this is another reason for them to move away from them and a little bit toward Democrats. So there might be something there. So to the extent you see women in the suburbs around Milwaukee moving a little bit more toward Democrats, there may be some implication here. But again, as Scott says, that's having more of an impact on the statewide races than it will, say, in Jen Schilling's district and Dave Hansen's district and in Patty Schachner's or in Teston's district. Those are the districts in the Senate that will matter in the next election. And there, I don't think we're moving the dial at all.
Nope, they want to keep their guns.
Yep. We'll see you next time.
Hi, I'm Mark O'Connell of the Wisconsin Counties Association. I've often said that if you can walk through your entire life without dealing with county government in any meaningful or substantive way, what that really means is that your life is probably pretty okay. We don't deal with the headline issues. We deal with the issues that you hope you never have to deal with. 911, Children in Need of Protective Services, juvenile corrections. Those are the issues that keep our society together. They're the issues that, while you don't have to deal with them, you are happy someone does. And that someone is county government. We're the fabric of our society. And that fabric is woven more tightly when we have good discourse, when we have a breadth of ideas, when we have opposing views talk about and debate what our public policy ought to be. And that's why this show, The Insiders, is so important to the discourse of our state and ultimately to public policy.
I'm Rob Marchand, president of Michael Best Strategies. We're proud to support the WisPolitics Insiders program, extending a legacy started by Strategies co-founder Ted Canavas. Wisconsin is the birthplace of Michael Best Strategies, but many of our clients do business all over the country, in state houses and in Washington, D.C. So the Strategies footprint has grown to meet those client needs. You'll also find our offices in Chicago, in Denver, Salt Lake City, Austin, Texas, and in the nation's capital, so we can address the needs of our clients at the federal level. Each of those offices is staffed by the most respected and connected government relations professionals anywhere in the country. Here at home and around the country, Michael Best Strategies is the place where business and government meet. Visit us at michaelbeststrategies.com.